Hello everybody, welcome back. So I thought with this video, before I start any kind of legacy, I thought I would just, I use a handful of mods in my Sims 3 game. And I figured I would share with you guys some of the mods that I feel are pretty good for the game. And that's aside from, the usuals, the ones that keep your save file good. I'm talking about outside of Overwatch and Master Control. So the first one I'll start with is no mutated hair or eye color. And what this does is it gets rid of some random genetic that you might get. Just say maybe one of your parents have brown eyes and one of your parents has blue eyes, and you might get an offspring that might have for example, pink eyes or something. It stops all that. So I figure, for generational gameplay, this kind of works out well. I've enjoyed it. I always have this in my game. Another one that I like to play with is called Higher Builds. And what it does is exactly that. It gives you, your bills are a little bit higher. Sometimes I feel like it's so easy to make money. And the bills are really low, so I just feel like it adds a little bit of an extra challenge. Now there's a couple of different flavors that you can get it in. I don't think 5% is enough. I go with the 10%. But it's, you can do 18%, you could do 22%. But for me, the one that's always been my go-to one is higher bills are 10%. It does add a little bit of an extra challenge. So another thing I like to use, and this is for Create a Sim, is default eyebrow replacements and default facial hair, which is for the men. But then you got the default eyebrows, which goes from toddler all the way to elder, and it's male and female, and it works for all ages. It just kind of makes them slightly more realistic, I guess. And then here's what the facial hairs look like. It shows you a preview. Here's what these eyebrows here would look like, and this is what they look like with the mod. And same thing with the facial hair. Here's what this one would look like, and then it gives you all the pictures. So this is pretty much my favorite ones. This is the only one I pretty much go to. There's other things you can use by them. You can use their default makeup replacement, the lips here. And they have default. And by default, you would only want to choose one because it replaces what's in game. And they also have default blushes. Let's see here. They also have default skin stuff. I don't use the one by them. I do use one, but it's by somebody else, which I will show you next which one I use. Okay, so for default skin, I use ultra plain faces. I like it. It's more Max's Match. It pretty much just cleans up EA's skin, so they kind of retain what they look like in game. So this is pretty much the one that I use all the time, and it's not as heavy as some of the default skins out there. I like to keep everything looking as close to the game as possible. That's why I don't really use a lot of clothing or hairs or anything like that. I stick to pretty much what the game offers as far as when it comes to Create a Sim. So ultra plain face is pretty much my go-to. If you don't want default, there is none. There is a non-default one that you can use. I prefer to use the default one, so it goes on automatically, and it should go on to townies, but I don't know what's going on with The Sims 3. I don't know if it's new, because I don't remember it ever being this way, but sometimes until you take the townie in to create a sim, it doesn't always go on them. So I don't know why. And for my eyes, I use by the same creator, Ultra Flame eyes, to keep them looking more close to what the game has. So if you're ever wondering, like, what I'm using, that's what I'm using. Another one that I'm using that I think is pretty good, that's pretty important. Now I'll see how this plays out more as I do a legacy, because I haven't been using this long, but it's Random Synfixes by Lazy Duchess. And pretty much what it does is, kind of gets rid of that pudding face. Now it says generated sims will no longer be pudding face. Some will, but it is a good fix, though. Some aren't. Some will actually come with facial hair now. Pretty much it randomizes, like, the normal templates that they put in. It says, and generated sims will now actually have random voices and voice pitches, fitness, weight, breast size are now all randomized as well. I have noticed some sims not being pudding face, so I'm assuming that it does work. I mean, like I said, you will have some that are still pudding face. I still do. But you'll notice quite a few that aren't. So I like it. I like not having that same face template in my game. And the last one that I'm going to talk about is no autonomous love charm. Now this only is if you're using supernaturals with the witches, because they're notorious for overusing the love charm, including yours, and then we'll cast it on anybody and everybody, and it drives me nuts. So when I do play with supernaturals, I use the no autonomous love charm, so that way I choose when my sim uses the love charm, and it will stop all the other townie witches, like the crumple bottoms, from always casting it onto your sim and getting your sim in trouble. That would drive me absolutely nuts. But this mod will get rid of that and stop that. I've not had any problems with it ever since I put this mod in. Now there are two other mods that I kind of want to talk about, but for some odd reason I'm having trouble getting the links to them. Yeah, but there's two. There's two other mods though that I kind of want to make a mention of, but for some odd reason I can't get it to load. I've downloaded it before, so I don't know why it's not downloading. Now I know NROS has changed sites or did something, but this was after, so I don't know why it's not loading now. But if you can find it, it's called No Fridge Shopping by NROS, and pretty much what that does is it makes it so that there's no food in your fridge. If you want food, you have to get the ingredients yourself, whether you purchase the ingredients from the store, or you grow them, or you just harvest them from around the world. Just another way to spend your simoleons, I guess. It's no free food. And the other one is no free work performance, which is also by NROS. And pretty much, I wish I could click on these. I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe the site is under construction or something, but should you ever be able to get it to work, what it does is you have to meet all the requirements before you can get your promotion. You know how you get that smiley face, like whether your cooking is, oh, here it goes. Finally. Okay. Well, that took a long time. Okay, well, at least I can get the link for it now. Maybe I can get the one for the fridge. Maybe it just needed some time to load. Everything else loaded really quick. Okay. Well, it says, are you sick of having your sim gain more performance even though they have not met the requirements for the required skills for the promotion? Are you sick of having sims earn money while not playing them? You know, that's what this mod does, is that you have to meet the requirements before you can get the promotion. You can't just work hard. You know, so pretty much it can take longer for you to get a job promotion. I may not use this in my Let's Play, but we'll see. I will be using the higher bills, but I'm not sure about this one just yet. And I will be using the anti-fridge, but I figure I would just do like a little bit of a mod video. And I will leave them in the links, you know, I'll leave all the links in the description for sure, and maybe in a pinned comment. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was at least relaxing to listen to. You can just obviously click on the links in the description or in the comment if you don't want to listen to the whole video just to see what I put in there. So, anyways, guys, I hope this was at least relaxing. I hope this helped somebody. I hope you guys have a good night, and I will talk to you in the next video. Good night, guys.